Ladies and gentlemen, did Activision lie to us? Because they said that they took down the boy client, but if you can see on the top left of my screen, I am actually playing boy currently, even after it's been taken down. And what I have noticed is that, as you can see, all of my stats have gotten fully reset. However, though, the servers are still online, and I even heard that through Radman VPN, the way you were able to play co-op stuff or co-op servers with the VPN is also still working. What does not work is the server browsers, and I think because the fact that the server browsers don't work, this means that you can still join them if you know the IP, but you can't actually join it through the actual browser anymore, which is genuinely sad. And also, this goes to show that it is only single player clients here that are able to work. It is not possible for this to work on multiplayer. So Black Ops 3 multiplayer is officially down, and it's very strange because a lot of these other clients, like with SM2 and also with IW4X and IW6X, were all multiplayer COD clients, but it seems like the Zombies ones still are up, even if you want to play with your friends. The only problem is it's probably very difficult now to find where to download these clients, but as you can see, it's still working. Unfortunately, though, what this does unfortunately mean, though, is I do want to only make one video about this because I feel like this is going to possibly mark the end of Boy if people keep talking about this too much. Obviously, with Activision taking down stuff like with Lurgware that they just took down, which is like all the hacking clients that just happened, and it just makes me a little bit sad because, listen, I genuinely don't think that this modded client was detrimenting anyone, not even Activision themselves. So it makes no sense as to why they took it down. And the fact that they're able to actually even still have it up, even though that boy got cease and desisted, is wild. Because I think it goes to show that maybe it was only the servers that got attacked rather than the actual client itself. Which does make a lot of sense, because even on the IW4X and IW6X servers, you guys could also tell that there was only the servers that were down off the server browser. You could still launch the client, you could still use the client, and so it's kind of like just how the hacks have been. The hacks are no longer being able to be sold, but you can pick them up and use them regardless of just on zombies, but just not on multiplayer. So honestly, it makes me really happy, and for the time being, I probably will continue to use the boy client throughout all of my videos, just because I literally can't play Call of Duty without getting hacked, booted offline, taken down, and especially with games like Black Ops Cold War and Black Ops 4, where you are required to be online to play those games. I genuinely don't know how I'm going to play that, because anybody can boot me offline on Black Ops 4 per se, and it really just makes those games unplayable for me now on the high rounds, which is really disappointing because of the fact that, like, there's no modded client yet for games like Black Ops 4 or Black Ops Cold War, because those were the BattleNet Call of Duties. And so because of that, I feel like those two games, BO4 and Cold War, the two newest Zombies games, are suffering the hardest. Again, I'm not counting Call of Duty Vanguard. I never count Call of Duty Vanguard, but it's just kind of sad to see that this is the way it's ended up because of the cheaters and the hackers. And so Activision is responding by taking down directly the hacking software. However, they're not responding by being able to go back and fix the games. And honestly, Activision, please, I don't care if this is an issue of yours now or later. It will always be an issue until these games are built on a newer, safer engine. And a lot of people are like, no, doesn't matter about the engine. They changed the engine multiple times. This is true. However, a lot of the base and net code that these engines were made off of makes these games extremely unsafe to play in 2023, unfortunately. And that is why I believe that, like I said, this will be my last video about the boy topic, because I do not want this client to be taken down, because if it is, I will have to resort to playing offline and using mods to get unlimited gobblegums and stuff. And I mean, listen, you should not have to pay microtransactions to Call of Duty after the year that the game is out. Like, if the game is a yearly cycle, it comes out every single year, the microtransactions for the previous game should become free afterwards. And I know that would probably not make it so that people would buy any microtransactions until that point. But man, it's just ridiculous that like Activision still wants you to buy Liquid Divinium in 2023. I mean, there's so many ways to get it for free now. I just does not make any sense to me, and I wonder like how Activision will go about fixing these old IPs, or like if they were to ever remake these games and actually add a safer version of play, like a Master Chief Collection for all of the COD Zombies games, or just all of the old COD games from like COD 4 up until Modern Warfare 2. I think that would be fire. Listen, I'm telling you, Activision, this is like one of the easiest things y'all can do because you have all of these old assets already. And as soon as you guys decide to just bring them out and make a whole video about them, a whole video game about them, that is going to save this franchise like no other. Because I feel like right now, a lot of people are definitely getting fear-mongered right now. And I made this point even in my stream earlier today, that Call of Duty, literally the most that people are caring about Call of Duty right now is the Nix Mercs drama. And that is kind of the issue that I'm having right now with this whole entire game, is that it's not about the game anymore. It's just about the people that play the game and the drama that surrounds the game. And I'm going to be honest, that is just bogus to me. Like, the fact that the hackers are not the #1 most prevalent issue, but something that Nix Mercs said is just taking up more time and development. It literally, nothing to me makes sense in Call of Duty anymore. I truly don't understand anything that the developers are trying to do, how they're trying to go about it. Like, so one thing I did also notice is that Call of Duty did make a new Twitter account that they're affiliated with on their official Twitter called COD Updates. And it actually shows that they're going to be working on Black Ops Cold War for fixing more security issues and other games. And so I noticed this and I was like, very interesting. And the fact that they haven't publicized this any earlier also to me does not make any sense. Because again, it's 2023. None of these older games are even playable remotely or safe. And the fact that it took them until this long to me does not really make a lot of sense. And so again, this could be a good change though, where Call of Duty is finally changing and getting some sort of progression with its fixes. But to be honest, with the Summer Games Fest and all that's been happening recently, I just feel like it's just been too far in between, too little for what we need. I genuinely just believe that Call of Duty needs way too many updates, especially for all of these games to actually be fixable and playable, and for people to be able to enjoy them. Because listen, I know Call of Duty also just changed the font of their title logo, just signified that now we're not Call of Duty 1.0 anymore, we're Call of Duty 2.0, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's a whack change, and nobody that I can see is excited for COD 2.0. We have no idea what to expect. We just are under the premise that they are going to be selling us less content at a higher price, and honestly has me worried at the end of the day for what the future of this franchise holds, because honestly, it is so easy. Custom mappers are able to deliver what zombie players want, what multiplayer people want, even on the BO3 Steam Workshop with customs, and I just feel like they're not able to do anything. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see y'all, ladies and gentlemen, in my next one.